rather than individual homeowners will bear the cost. Like in Green Building, their proposal is individual homeowners will actually bear the cost over the life of the building, which is a different approach.
No, it's the same. It would be,
Okay.
we would take the loan, but we would then have to pay back the loan. And the payback on that loan would come from the rates that we charge for the water. So yes, it would, the water to a home, if they use the very same amount they are now, theoretically, it would go up a little bit more to pay for that new infrastructure going in the ground.
The city ends up financing. Yeah. That's the difference. Through the water utility, we finance all kinds of things. We finance the infrastructure replacement program. We could be financing the metering program. But the customers still pay the full cost, amortized through their rates. But there's already a mechanism in place to finance it because the utilities borrow and carry that debt.
Does anyone have any more questions?
Peter, great presentation. I'm Paul Henderson from engineering,
Thanks.
just in case you don't know me. I had actually two questions. Just how does the proposed goal line up with the 33% by 2020 reduction? That's the first question on a per capita basis. Just, I would think everyone would ask that question.
Yep.
The second question is, was the base in your options 2 and 3 on conservation on water metering, was the base difference between 2 and 3? I thought I heard that for option 3, new meters was only on new construction, whereas was option 2 on every new service. It would seem like those two options should be parallel, that in option A you say a new box on every new connection, or sorry, in option 2, a new box on every new connection. On option 3, a new meter on every new connection. Did I miss that?
It is a subtle difference. The option 2 does not have any metering occur until year 40.
Yeah, no, I get that, but whether the trigger for the box or the meter was different in option 2 compared to option 3.
Actually, it is. So in option 2, we would be more aggressive about putting meter boxes in the ground. We would, anytime we were even maintaining a service, going to anywhere near it, if we've got a crew nearby, dig it and put it in.
Okay.
So in option 3, it would just be for new residential construction.
But it just seemed like right now people pay for new water and sewer connections.
Not all. That's the distinction.
Okay.
What 2 does is every time somebody's paying for a new
Right.
connection, they also pay for a meter.
Right, that's what or box.
Sorry, 3. Anytime they pay for a new connection, they pay for a meter. It's just rolled into the service connection cost.
Okay, I get it.
In option 2, they would pay for the box, but there's also the fact that it's not that expensive to just put a box in. So
Right.
the city could, justify putting a box in that isn't going to be used for a long time. There's no justification in installing a meter at full city cost, at our own cost, well ahead when it's needed. So that's the nuance. It would be easier to understand if it was parallel. What was your other question?
Just how
Oh.
per capita reductions, how do they compare between the proposed goal and the previous goal?
So the way GCAT was written, it was looking at a 33% reduction in residential consumption. And what we're proposing, our graphs are showing 20% overall reduction. So it expands the scope, but it I guess number-wise presents a lower number, 20% across the board.
But it would seem like the per capita is still going to be quite close to 33 because the population is going to be increasing during that time period.
That's right. So when we're doing some final work on refining what the residential piece would be, and it's somewhere in the order of 31 to 30, well, it's around 31%. So we're close. We're very close with that. And that is not even, that's not expecting the full metering retrofit. We think that could be a cost prohibitive solution for council when they look at all 10 goals and the various costs that are going to be coming forward.
The tricky thing here is that GCAT didn't know exactly what they were saying. When they threw out the 33%, they didn't actually think about supply and the whole system. They just stated it as an across-the-board number, but when we probed further with some of the people involved, they were actually thinking about single-family residential consumption, even though that's not explicit in the document. And when we went back to them and said, well, actually, we think we should look at the whole system, because it's really about the source of supply. the individual we were talking to, who's one of the lead members, said, oh, that's fantastic, that's way better. But the numbers don't quite align because they weren't thinking as holistically.
And we were encouraged, don't worry about the numbers. Bring the strategy, show where the environmental benefits occur. And if you're able to push the sources and not having to put a fourth lake on or raise a dam 18 meters and double the size of the lake, that's really what the goal should be about. And that's where we're angling it. All right, thanks very much.